hello again. This video we travel to the rainy but beautiful Willamette Valley in Oregon. Hopefully try and find some good bottles. I used to live out here, so I have a couple of places that are good, and hopefully get some good stuff and don't get dysentery. Shit. First place we're going to go to is Albany Liquor Store. They have their deliveries on Thursday, and one of the larger liquor stores in Albany, so get there a little bit early because there's normally a line, so Thursdays. Today they had a couple of cases of Eagle Rare, at least one case of Blantons, and new to Oregon they had Old Forester 1924. So they had to wait for it to get into the system so they could scan it, but yeah. We're able to pick one of these up. Back up. Nice. This is North Albany Supermarket, across the bridge in the fancier side of Albany. Their liquor store is down the back. So we popped over here at lunchtime. Their deliveries are on Mondays, but no need to line up at this place. So here I'm walking down the back, trying to not look like a weirdo. Oh, I'm a weirdo! Oh, fuck, I've got a camera out. Why? Hey, buddy. No, I'm not a weirdo. Yeah, I am. So the trick here is you have to ask. So there's normally a lady in here, and ask her what she has out the back. And that's where they normally keep most of their good stuff that they get on Mondays. That Jack Daniel's Gold. I don't never see it in Tennessee, but see it quite often in Oregon. And same with Sinatra. Never see it in Tennessee. See it in lots of other places. Apart from that, they had a good selection, really. Oregon gets a lot of good stuff. One thing also to remember is they don't have any sales tax in Oregon, so these numbers you see on the price tags, that is what they are. Well, there's the old Travelers, 39 bucks. When it goes up against Eagle Rare for like the same price, you sort of realize how out of whack the pricing is. Dead Guy, they're a brewery. They make some good beer. They make some pretty average whiskey. And a lot of weird stuff. Portland, Oregon's a bit weird, right? So they have some different stuff. I've tried a bit of it. None of it is really very good. But hey, something different to try. Lots of normal bottom shelf stuff down there. All the standard Jack Daniel's, Jim Beam. They did have a lot of the A124, large Craig barrel proof A124 seemed to be everywhere, and Buffalo Trace. Literally every liquor store I went into had Buffalo Trace just sitting on the shelf, so no problem picking up the Buffalo in Oregon. This is Cork and Bottle. This is the last liquor store in Oregon. They get their deliveries on Wednesday, but don't even bother going there in the morning. They take a while to unpack, so 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This Heaven is some organic stuff from Sweden. Did not buy. Blantons, Stranahams, 70 bucks for Blantons, getting a bit expensive. The barrel proof, Bowjoy, that stuff is fucking disgusting. Do not ever drink. Whistle Pig. So I picked up an Eagle Rare. Add to the collection. I needed a backup. I'm halfway through mine and can't turn down an Eagle Rare for $39, man. Best value in whiskey, if you ask me. The assortment of whiskey in Oregon is definitely different than Tennessee. They have their Oregon stuff, which you probably can't get in many other states, but just being so far away from Tennessee, distributorship, whiskey. Get into different places at different times. Stuff, that Rainbow, I bet you that tastes like shit. $14, Oregon, no thanks. Some of that looks cool, might almost Crater Lake. Tempted, man, but I don't know. This guy got so much whiskey, I don't want to. Your liver can only drink so much whiskey, right? Got to put good stuff in there. Good stuff in, good results out. That's my motto. Sazerac was sort of everywhere as well. Interesting Clyde May. Senator. Some Dickel. Yuck. Jack Daniels. Didn't see many of the gold label. That Fortuna, that's pretty good, I think. Wilderness Trail, that's great. Calumet. And not a huge rabbit hole fan. Michter's, keep saying Mitch's because I can't help it, but it's Michter's. Good old Russells and Jeffersons. More Travellers. More Elijah Craig. Standard old Maker's Mark. And some bottom shelf stuff. Yeah, good store. Good store. Yeah, more BT. Classic stuff. So if you waited this long, this is where my real honey holes are. It's about 45 minutes from Albany, probably about 25 minutes from Salem, Willamina and Sheridan. This is Center Market. Their deliveries on Thursdays, but this is weird. You go, so it's like a convenience store. You come down the side here, and then you go between the checkout register and the vape stuff, and ba-boom, liquor store hidden in here. Yeah, Thursday deliveries. They had Blantons. It's in the middle of nowhere, right? So they had Blantons. They had Weller Special Reserve. They did have the 1924, but I would have had to have waited, and already had one, so I left that on the shelf. They had Caribou Crossing, and yeah, they get a good selection. I've come in here once, and they've had E.H. Taylor, and you're not going to find a Pappy's and that in Oregon, but yeah, you can find stuff that you may not be able to get in your area, like the Blantons, like the Weller, Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace if you're in an area that doesn't even have that, and also they have a good selection of other stuff. More Elijah Craig barrel proof, the A124. I'm really looking for some of that Crown Royal Blackberry not for me, for a buddy of mine, for a buddy's buddy. I've been asking around everywhere, and they had it out in Oregon for a hot second, but haven't been able to find it since. Yeah, she also had that gun bottle thing, but I passed on that. Sheridan's about 10 minutes away from Willamina, however the hell you say it, but there's another weird one. It looks like a pharmacy. On Google Maps it might be labelled a liquor store. They have their delivery on Thursdays as well, so that's convenient. More Eagle Rare, more Blantons, more Travellers, more Buffalo Trace. All the standard store stuff. I've actually saw a Kentucky Owl, like one of the higher end ones in here the other time.
Say what?
So found it. $30. There was just one sitting on the shelf, so grabbed that and headed out the door. Once again, back to the normal stuff. Well, I didn't grab it right then, right? I grabbed it later. Ooh, big Buffalo Trace, 1.75, $55. That's pretty good value if you're into it. Standard fare, bottom shelf stuff here. This is pretty good for like a convenience store, pharmacy / liquor store / everything. Some Japanese stuff. Do see a lot of Japanese stuff in Oregon as well, and there's some Scotch and some other Oregon whiskies. So let me go back, grab that thing, and get out the door. So here's my bottle haul from Oregon. Pretty good. Found the Crown Royal for my buddy. Blantons, because it's always good to have a spare Blantons, and I don't have a boxed up one. Got the Caribou Crossing because traded for a friend. So I've never actually tried that. Eagle Rare, down to my last Eagle Rare. And Old Forester 1924 backup. So yeah, pretty decent, relatively easy, no crazy lines, and MSRP on everything.